Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to this week's meeting of Essex Business Forum. Don't anybody run down the centre of the Okay, I'm Aidan Squire. I'm your meeting chairman. It's my job to take you through the agenda. In doing so, I am ably assisted by the leadership team. Leadership team, be understanding and introduce yourselves.
Hello, I'm Jane Mallion, Membership Committee.
Good morning everybody, I'm Terry, I deal with membership and recruitment.
Good morning, I'm Paul Corrigan, I'm your social secretary.
And good morning, I'm Scott, your meeting secretary and handsome face of the line.
Right, sorry, that's it. Yes, sit down, please. Okay, today, we've got a turnout for today. We've got 22. One of our number is Taff. Welcome to Taff. Hope you enjoyed the meeting. She is the other Martin, so that you know. Right, let's get on with the meeting. First up, Scott. Well,
Performance League, our measure of contribution, how all members score points for doing different things like turning up, giving and receiving a business, commenting on the blog, one-to-one, about 10 or 12 different ways to earn different levels of points and show the rest of the group how much of a contributing member you are. Reset for September, but let's not forget the championship score that was achieved for the previous month, and let me issue so post this certificate to Paul for last month. There you go. But the gloves are off for September, so let me tell you places at the top. Third place already broken the 1 week in. He's already done a month's worth of work at the top. 108 points for Ben Golding. Second place, 136 points for Leanne. Just 2 points above Leanne. Fruiting it at the top, 138 is me so far. But there's a whole load of weeks to go. I'll pass that around.
thank you very much. What I didn't say was I'm standing in for Ben today, and Ben would normally be introducing the education slot. However, he's not here, so I'm introducing the education slot. And I think we have Paul and you.
We do. One of the things I like doing when I'm not working is getting up in the hills walking. I'm actually going up to the Peak District in a couple of weeks' time, and it's my happy place. When you're out on the hills, you learn very quickly that if you set off in the wrong direction, even by a tiny amount, you can end up in completely the wrong place. Now, we're not on the fells today, but let's try a quick experiment into it. Mr. Booth, yes, you stand up for please. Could you walk to the northernmost point of this room?
Only if I knew which way.
That's right.
I'd say it's that way.
Okay. Very decisive, like your style. From where you're standing, I'm going to go with it. Now, according to the compass, the most northern point of the room is actually where Aidan's standing. Now, you're about 10 metres away from him. So it's all right in this instance because you're only 10 metres away from him. But if you were to continue for another kilometre, you'd be about 2 kilometres from it. I think less than those. Now, what's the point of this? Well, in business, it's exactly the same. Some small deviations of not really being sure where you want to get to can mean that over time you get a long way away from where you planned to be originally. So, what's the answer? Well, the answer is in the same way that when you're on the mountains, you get your compass out and you check your direction, you get your map out and you check you're still on the right path. In business, it's good to step back occasionally, lift up your head, look around and think, right, where is it I'm going? where do I want to be? Am I on that path still? And you have a map, you have your business plan, which actually tells you, you know, where you want to get to. And your compass really is kind of your sort of vision, your ideals, and so forth. So the lesson of this really is that it's fine to go a little bit off track, but if you really want to get to where you want to get to, whether on the hills, in the car, or in business, then take a moment, pause, check that you're going in the right direction. If you're not, change your route and head in that way and keep checking, because if you don't keep checking, it's likely that you'll never make it to your final destination. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Paul. I thought you'd go around this way. Right. Yeah. Next, membership matters. Terry.
A couple of things really, a bit of tidying up from last week. Unfortunately, we didn't have this ready last week, but we'd like to give Sally her membership certificate. Got a mentor, you've got a very efficient mentor. You're the most efficient person in the room, I think. No pressure, no pressure. And one of the other issues is we've had a real fun. We dealt with a lot of what to say, but anyway, we've agreed to renew Blake's membership, which is good.
Yay.
I won't tell you Black Hall did, but you know, but yeah. And then one other thing, after Nick's announcement last week, so we're now looking for a replacement. So not necessarily a structural engineer, because it's a very specific thing, but we're looking for either structural engineer, building surveyor, QS. So those in the trade or those who have got contacts, keep your ears and eyes open. We're looking for a replacement for Nick to see. That's it, it hasn't specifically got to be a structural engineer. Yeah, that's probably.
Right. We are approaching the 60 second round. Your chance to highlight your business in 60 seconds. After 50 seconds, you'll hear that. But this time, after 50 seconds, and after 60 seconds, you'll hear. Right. That worked really well. No, let's not. Right. So one at a time when you do your 60 seconds, that's the first thing. Secondly, last week the Oscar was won by Catherine, who conveniently has gone on holiday this week. So, as a slight departure, the award of the Oscar will be made by the Naughty Corner.
There is a special criteria as well, but we're it really.
Okay, well,
Not for naughty. You have a bit of naughtiness in your 60 seconds.
yes. I knew this was a mistake when I made the decision. What we will do is we will start, therefore, with the Naughty Corner. So we'll start with Stuart, we'll then go on to Paul, and then after that we'll. Paul. Right, off you go.
Good morning, everybody. Stuart from LG Networks. But this morning, actually, I'm donating my 60 seconds. You know, a lot of you know I'm very heavily involved in Brentwood Rugby Club. Brentwood Rugby Club is looking for some sponsorship. We're trying to build up our local sponsorship. And I thought I'd mention it here, obviously for you guys directly, but also for businesses that you may know, in the local area who would like the opportunity to get involved with a proper grassroots local community rugby club. The first team play at a very decent level, and there are second teams and youth and middle teams as well. And we also have, also this year, is the Brentwood Blaze, which is the women's girls rugby team. We have all sorts of sponsorship, just from something simple like sponsoring a match ball, sponsoring a first team player for a season, right up to obviously the balls that go around the pitches. And also, particularly for the Brentwood Blaze, they're looking now for a primary shirt sponsorship. So if you know anybody, any business might be interested in supporting, please be in touch with me, Stuart, from Brentwood Rugby Club.
Thanks, Stuart. Paul, you're next.
Morning, Paul Booth from Breeden & Co, Chartered Certified Accountants based in Brentwood. I'm looking for new clients that might have been a little bit naughty Notes you're not disclosing capital gains, interest, dividends. We've done a few recently where, quite innocently, they haven't disclosed their dividends and capital gains tax. So if it goes back a few years, we can make an intention to notify HMRC, and then we make a voluntary disclosure to HMRC and we calculate any interest or penalties due. So I'm looking for people who might be a little bit naughty that want to set the record straight and do things properly. Paul Booth from Luton Co. Invoice tax. That's my
Thank you, Paul. Right.
Morning all, Paul from Saltaire Plumbing and Heating. As you know, I do plumbing and heating. I'm a plumbing job, we do it. So this week I'm going to talk about the modern car show. Yes, please feel free to come along. We are there. We are kind of apparently being a centre circle, the main act or whatever. But yeah, we've got a buzzer game, as you know, and you can grip the shaft of the buzzer game, and yeah, and put pound in the. It all goes to charity, mate. So yeah, please feel free to come along. Obviously, Terry will be there. I hope. Yeah, I might even give you a free go. That'd be cool. Sorry,
This weekend.
yeah, Saturday. Sunday, sorry. Sunday. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Paul. Okay. Joshua, you're next, and you're followed by Mike.
Good morning all, Joshua from JNC Offset Studio. So often you'll hear me talk about how I help unlock the value of my clients' properties. I thought, well, I spent a lot of time talking about it. Why not I show you a bit of an example of something that I'm working out at the moment. So I've got a client who's got a 3-bedroom property and they're just become a family of 5. And so we're looking to turn their property into a 5-bed property. And don't know if you can see from where you're sitting, but I'm often given a lot of criteria, and it's usually a combination of must-haves, and then there's other aspects that they might want to squeeze into the property. So with this, I'm trying to give them, they're asking for all the bells and whistles. So they're asking for a nice big bathroom, a roll-top bath, a walk-in shower, hidden sinks and all of that. And so I'm sort of trying with 2 lovely options for them, and I also do like 3D as one option with that. So that's Joshua from JNC Studio. That's my client for unlock the value of their property. Thank you.
Thank you, Josh. Mike, you're next, and you're followed by Toby.
Morning everyone, Mike from Blackpool's Video. So, most businesses know that they should be using video and photography, but they put it off because they think it's complicated, too time consuming, too expensive, or they just don't really know where to start. And that's where I come in and basically make the whole process simple for you. Whether it's a short video for social media, team photos for your website, lovely drone shots showing the location you're based in, I'll guide you through the whole process so you get professional content that works specifically for your business and is tailored to what you're trying to sell. Good quality visuals build trust, they make you look professional as a company, and most importantly, they help customers decide whether they're choosing between you or one of your competitors. So if you know a business that's ready to stop blending in and start standing out a little bit, I'd love to help. That's Mike. Thank you.
Mike. Toby, was followed by Sally.
Morning everybody, Toby Acton, personal business mentor. So I took my dad to Bletchley Park last week for his 85th birthday. He absolutely loved it, so did I actually. So of course I had to come up with a metaphor just for Asian. So at Bletchley Park, the code breakers, they broke the toughest challenges. The geniuses like Alan Turing that broke the code for the Enigma machine and others. They work with focus, with precision, with incredible innovation. Now, I'm not saying I'm a genius like Alan Turing, far from it, but that's exactly what I do in business. So every company has its own codes, its inefficiencies, its blind spots, its barriers to growth. I help them to crack those codes. Through mentoring, motivational mapping, well-established, proven strategies, I bring clarity when there's confusion, direction where there's drift, and focus where there's overwhelm, and most important, momentum where there's stagnation. So if you know anybody that would like to start firefighting and start thriving, I can be their business code breaker. Bletchley Park helped win the war, I can help business owners to win their future.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you, Toby. That's right, no doubt. Sally, you next. You're followed by Leanne.
Good morning everyone, Sally Walters from Milan Home Fragrances. We make luxury candles, weed diffusers, room mists and wax melts. And today I'm going to talk to you about what our fragrances are and how we can sample them. So I have three collections. I have a white collection, which are my lighter, more floral and fruity fragrances. I have my collection noir, which are the orientals, the deeper, the heavier fragrances. There's a couple of more masculine fragrances in there. And I have my Christmas collection, which is my wonderful seasonal collection, obviously for the dreaded time of year, Christmas. So I have 11 fragrances in total, and how you can sample them is by asking me for free samples. I can bring them here, I can post them to you, I can post them to your clients. You can also come in person to my concession, which is in Great Dunmow at Love Home Interiors, and there's a full display of all of my products, all of my samples, and you can see Elan in its complete glory. So that's Sally Walters from Elan Home Fragrances, luxury home made products. Beautiful, thank you.
Oh, ideal. Personal sniffing. Greg, thank you very much. Leanne, you're next, and you're followed by Darren.
Good morning everybody, Leanne from Brentwood Interiors. I was once asked by a client, why do you always add black to a design? Why do you have to have an element of black? Well, black is one of those colours that goes with absolutely any colour palette, but it creates contrast and depth to a space and stops it feeling bland and boring. And black is quite a sophisticated colour, so it gives the sophistication feel in the room and adds that little touch of luxury. Using black also can create a focal point, and it will draw the eye to something that you want it to draw the eye to. Plus, it's timeless. Black never goes out of fashion. And it's a design tool that I like to use, not as an accent, but as an elevated piece to bring you'll make your rooms pretty amazing. That's Leanne in Brooklyn Interiors.
That really makes you look good, Paul. Yeah, no. Right, thank you, Leanne. From black to green, Darren.
Right, I'm Darren from Oxford Impact, Sustainability and ESG Advice for Small Businesses, from a small person. It's great to be back from the summer. I'm sure you've all missed me a huge amount. So what I've been doing, I recently delivered some work for Paul, analysing the business and his fleet, which was really interesting to do. So next we'll be working with Sarah and Matt as well, which is looking forward to doing that. And thank you, Toby, for your codes, shall we say, ongoing. So if you know a business that wants to start making sense of sustainability, I'd love to chat. The free plans are now closed. But I'm offering a reduced rate for EBF members and non-profits, and a financial thank you for every confirmed referral. This is a nice way to commission. Thank you very much, Darren at Oxford.
Darren, the Edmonds, Lottie with John.
Good morning, everybody. What do we do best? Well, what we do, we help clients out, whether it's security or access control or whatever. This week we had a call from a client. He's got a health and safety issue. On their audit, he doesn't know who's in their remote building, whether it's his tenants in there or it's his own staff in there. And the audit failed him. What can we do? Well, we've provided a visitor system that when people badge in, it logs them into the site. When they badge out, it logs them off the site. But also logs their visitors in as well and emails the respective person their visitors on site. Now when they have a health and safety audit, they know exactly who's there. But more importantly, if there's a fire or an evacuation of some kind, they can grab the tablet, go outside, and it's got all the information of who's in that building. So when the fire brigade turn up, they know who they're looking for. And there's no problems with health and safety because everyone's there. So if you want someone to help their client, that's me, John Hammond from JMX Technology, from technology to security.
From John to Blake, and I'll to Blake to Power.
Morning everyone, Blake from Ammo Hive. My naughty input this week is going to be its 15th, right? Thursdays until Christmas. So it's not too early to start thinking about what you're going to get people for Christmas. Whether you want to blow them up with flashbangs, or maybe tie the pull cord of a smoke grenade to the wrapping papers when they put it. Just an idea. Scottish thing I do, no? But yeah, anything like that, anything we can supply, flashbangs, smokes, for videography, photography, anything really. And I really, really, really want to get into Warner Brothers. So anyone knows any contacts in Warner Brothers, I'd really like to get into there. Hey! I really want to get into Warner Brothers, please. And also, anything AI related, please come and see me. And I'd like input from everybody. If you do use AI in your business, let me know what AI you're using and how you're using it, just so I can learn. Thank you. Right.
Essentially, it's the 11th of September today, and we've had 2 mentions of Christmas already. Clara, you're next, and you're followed by...
Good morning, Clara down to Mortgages and Financial Services. I thought I would kind of remind people that it's not just about when people want a mortgage that they should be talking to me. I'm very happy to help people when they just want to understand things. So I've had 2 sort of conversations with people in the last couple of weeks around equity release, and they're not in a position where they want to do equity release at this point, but they're considering kind of things they might need to think about in the future if they did want to do it, and just understand the product a little bit better. So I've done a little bit of research for them, given the information they need, and I'm quite happy to do that kind of thing because I think that education piece is a key part of how I can help people. So even if you just end up having a conversation with somebody and you don't think it's going to lead to something, but you actually think more information would be helpful, feel free to put them in touch with me, and I'm more than happy to have conversations and see how I can help them. So it's Clara down to Mortgages and Financial Services.
Thank you, Clara. Tap, give us 60 seconds.
Okay, it's my first time tapping from Entrepreneurship removals and storage. So 60 seconds. I guess we can talk about our services. We haven't been here in a while, but something that we do offer is not just the removals. So moving stuff from A to B, but we do offer quite a bit of a concierge service where we are packing your items, where we are, kind of picking up your, dropping off your keys at the estate agents, and we're just making sure that you're taken care of. And the most recent job that we did, we were able to help someone who's moving to Portugal, pack up her items, move stuff to storage for her, and then also move stuff to her London apartment, which is a big take for us, but it was a good one, and we got a 5-star rating on that. So if you are looking to move soon, or you know anyone looking to move, please refer them to Martin and Martin at Storage. Tap Martin.
Thank you very much. Melissa, you are next, and you are followed by somebody called John. Yeah, John.
Good morning, everybody. Melissa Jackson and Kenway Francis. This morning I want to talk to you about members' voluntary liquidations. So that means a company is solvent and they want to get the money that they've built up in that business out of the company in a tax efficient way. So I'm going to be a little bit naughty this morning, playing on Paul's toes because it's about tax. MVLs, members' voluntary liquidations, are about being tax efficient and finding a way to get the money out of the company in the most tax efficient way. By doing an NPL, you'll be saving huge amounts in terms of tax because you can do what's called business asset relief and take the money out at during this tax year at 14%, which is rising to 18% come next year. So what I'm looking for is anybody who's built up cash in their business, wants to go off and do something else, and wants to take out that money in a tax efficient way. That's Melissa Jackson, Kenway Francis.
Thank you, Melissa. John, you're next, and you're followed by Scott.
Good morning, everyone. John from Lockfit Bishop Stortford. As the nights get longer, so do the opportunities for break-ins and security risks. Many homes still rely on outdated locks, some that were installed 10, 20 years ago, that lack the modern protection against snapping and drilling. One of those I'll be showing you today. So I've just got some tips for you just to check your own locks and see if they are outdated and might need replacing. So what you want to be looking is, if you've got a euro like this, to see if it's protruding too much like that one there, if there's rust or moss or mould or anything around the lock, or it's loose, or the keys aren't working quite properly, it could be an indication that the lock needs either to be serviced or replaced. These aren't just inconvenient, they're invitations to intruders. And that's why I'm now running a seasonal campaign called Secure the Season. AI came up with that one. And it's going to be on Facebook and Instagram. So if you have a friend or family that want peace of mind this winter, then please contact me and I'll be happy to help. I'm here to help you sleep soundly knowing your home is secure. Thank you. And I've got the 10 minutes and I'll explain what this is all about then.
Thank you, John. Can I just make a point there? John has used his 60 seconds fully. When you stand up, when you've got 10 minutes, it doesn't mean you throw away your 60 seconds. Do something else. Put something else in, but make use of your time in front of the group.
That's an Oscar worthy enough.
Yeah. I withdraw everything I said. Scott, next. Follow what I said.
Good morning, folks. Scott from SEO. As an SEO business, there's terms in our industry that perhaps you're all familiar with: black hat SEO and white hat SEO. So white hats follow the rules, they do things properly, they don't break the important Google guidelines for promoting your business. Black hat is dodgy, secret, just tactics to cheat the system and can be very effective, but do come with a risk. Where am I in that spectrum? I would potentially say I'm a light grey hat. Some clients have a different attitude to risk and they're prepared to do some of these other tactics. Other clients want to play it clean and go white hat all the way down. Depending on who you are, what your attitude is to risk, there are lots of different SEO tactics. Not quite dark grey, perhaps Blake's cap, but a light grey cap.
Thank you very much, Scott. Sarah, you're next. You're followed by podcast Paul.
Good morning, everybody. It's Sarah Smith from Digital Assistant Services. This week for Show and Tell. I've had a great week this week. I won a bottle of champagne yesterday, and on whatever day it was now, I went to Tuesday, we went to the cricket and I won this signed shirt, which I'm very, very pleased with. So this week, it made me think about kind of high net worth sports people, or anybody really in sports or who might need a personal PA. So I don't just work for property industry specialists, I work for anybody that needs some help. Obviously, I'm very discreet, I can help with whatever they need, any sort of whole plate, discount, naughtiness. My lips are sealed. So if anybody knows any founders or owners with any administrative or operational business needs that they just don't want to do, even if they've got time to do them, please do put me in touch. I can organise their lives, the logistics, anything that they need. And yeah, it can be a reliable source of discretion, Sarah Smith, all the assistance, support that revolves around you.
Right, Paul, next.
Good morning, everyone. Paul DeLue, Essex Celebrants. We hope to celebrate and commemorate life's important milestones. Really delighted. I posted a picture of this on the WhatsApp group with a new brochure that Matt's created for me. And this is quite a niche brochure. This brochure is specifically for funeral directors. Funeral directors are the core providers of funeral business for me, and this is basically to give to them, to leave on their desk, so that they know all about them and stuff like that. It's just to remind them who I am. We're also working on one which is specifically for grieving families, which funeral directors can go out, and then following that, we will do a whole series on weddings and so on and so forth. So a big thank you to Blue Serif for all the design work. Nothing more to do in this, it's all very nice. And yeah, onwards and upwards. Get out of it. Make seconds, yeah. Paul DeLue, Essex Celebrants, helping you celebrate and commemorate. 1 minute and 2 seconds. Slight interruptions.
Thank you very much, Paul. Terry, you're next, and you're followed by David.
Yeah, morning everybody. Terry Manning from Sierra Ross. On the naughty side, I had a client this week wanted to get a property back by way of repossession, and I told them what it would cost and the process, and they said, "Now I think I'll just go around there, throw the tenant stereo out the window, and he's got 10 minutes to leave, otherwise he's going to follow it." Oh. So I had detailed discussion as to why that would be a really bad thing to do. So far, it's Thursday morning, I haven't heard back yet, so I'm either going to get an unlawful eviction case where he's thrown the stereo out the window and the tenant, or I'm going to get the possession case. Anyway, on a more serious note, it's still not too late to serve Section 21 notice and remove tenants if that's what you need to do. The law is changing, but it's not too late yet. Provided all your paperwork in order, I can still do it. If you know anyone who wants to do it the nice way, let me know. If they want to do it the naughty way, I'll give you my client's details. Sorry, mate.
Thank you, Terry. Dave Roberts is next. He's followed by Jane.
Great, mate, from that production. This week, I'll just start to give you a flavour of what we actually do during the week. So we've installed some external sockets in the garden for somebody. We've had a call out to replace a broken light switch in the bathroom. We've done some residential testing. This was for Clara's, one of Clara's contacts. We've also done some landlord testing as well. On the naughty side, we've come across, which we've now replaced, someone was using basically a piece of like flex, which you normally find on a vacuum cleaner. They've run it down the garden under the grass and they wonder why the surface for tripping. And we also come across a scrap metal dealer where the front fell off his fuse board instead of put it back on, he scrapped it. So anything electrical, please give me a call and we'll come out and sort it out for you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dave. David Squire from TM Law. There are very few things that are really urgent. So when I'm away on my holidays next week, think contracts of employment, think terms and conditions of trade, think commercial leases, think wills, think LPAs, think of me. You can all pass them on to Terry. He will let you know whether we can deal with it. But I'd hate to lose out whilst I was trudging up and down the fells, eating black pudding, gurning and drinking old peculiars. But I'll be thinking of you all the same. So you supply from TM Law. And that is the end of the 62nd round, other than James. It was to go, but I got so excited that went up and jumped ahead of you, and you're now there than the last one.
Hello everybody, Auntie Jane from the English Cream Tea Company, and we deliver afternoon tea, fresh cream hampers. And you know that phrase, naughty but nice, about cream cakes, do you know who wrote that? It was Salman Rushdie. It really was, he worked for an advertising company. Well, naughty but nice this week, we've suddenly got a new client. Oh, boys, thank you. I'm not going to ring now. Got a new client. Bizarrely, the Deaf Blind Association of Scotland. I do not know, but they've started ordering our hampers like they've gone out of business, which we haven't quite, and we're delivering huge hampers all over Scotland with champagne. So it made me think, do you know of any other disability associations that might be gifting their members in a generous kind of way? Because if so, that could be a referral. Naughty but nice, Auntie Jane sitting down. Thank you.
Thank you, Jane. That's not right. Okay, let's move now at the end to the award of the Oscar. Over to the North corner, please, gentlemen.
Yes, thank you. We came up with a short list of who met the criteria: Jane, Davies, Terry, Sarah. Obviously, wouldn't be a short list if you didn't have Darren on it.
Said Martin, lead up and down.
Said it. What we really like, take the brief and ask for something specific. And you never know, we ask, I want to meet Warner Brothers, and someone in the room goes, actually, I know someone like that. So, read the brief, excellent seconds, goes to Blake.
Thank you. Stuart, thank you very much indeed. The North corner gave that, and well done, Blake. Okay, that is the end of the 62nd round. We move on. Moving on with regard to the 62nd round being over, is the meeting secretary report. Scott.
Yes. 2 points to raise with you today. First one, probably not for you, but for me it's quite exciting at least. I've been working on the new EBF website for some time, developing it in the background. A couple of you have had a secret look at things. But what I'd like to do today, following the meeting, is open up to all you lot. It's not going to be live on essexbusinessforum.com, it's going to be on a temporary website address. But for you to have a nose around, check out how it all works. Most importantly, it's a soft launch, it's a private test among ourselves. To spot all the typos, the things that don't work, the things that could be changed or improved. So I'm asking you please to have a look at that. The most important bit, which I will explain via email for you later, vForms is different now. So vForms isn't just that boring generic same password for us all of hello. I just said on camera. So going forwards, everybody is going to have their own unique login. So your username is your name, all in lowercase, all in one word, so no space between it. Stuart Scorecard.
You said that on camera as well,
My
yeah?
username away. Yes, your username doesn't matter. Your password. Your password, you need to set yourself. I will email you all what the generic password is I've set you all up with. But you can then reset it so it needs to be something strong and secure. And the important bit, therefore, is you can't forget to put your name on the vForm. You can't accidentally put your name as Blake when it should be Paul. It causes me the headache that I get most weeks when I have to unravel everyone else's messes. But also it tells me when you last logged in. So I can see that Joshua has logged in and done a bit of testing, and David has, and Leanne has, and all that. So points will be awarded to everyone who does a little bit of beta testing for them.
Does that mean we'll no longer be able to thank you for the name for people that don't do them?
Yeah, it's all proper now. You've got to. Yeah, so it's a nice thing. There is also a new vForm for updating your member profile. So as part of going forwards and prepping everything, the bit that I haven't done is filled out all of your member profiles for you, because it's a really good opportunity for you to refresh what you've got. But also, if you don't fill out that form, I'm not going to be in a rush to do your profile. If you send me the form, I'll go in and I'll update it. It's just as an incentive to get you guys to log in, take a look at your profiles, please, fill out that vForm, and then we'll get it updated with the idea that hopefully, if I get some good feedback and we can make some changes, we'll launch the website live next week, probably. So that's that. That's part one. Part two, membership committee. There was a little caveat, wasn't there, on the renewal. And I chucked it in just as a joke that, and I think I shared it on the WhatsApp group. No. The inner workings of the membership committee were that we'd only renew Blake's application if he did the truffle shuffle. And he said, yeah, all right.
We're now.
Yep.
Sweet. Who's got cameras?
You did agree.
There you go.
Oh yeah, of course.
Right.
Yeah.
Is that the big question?
Sorry?
We've all got to do that with me.
Well, I mean, if that's what the membership put forward.
Right. If I had to start those things, concentrate, let's move on. The moving on is twofold. Well, firstly, with this, we had a synergy team meeting finance. Paul, tell us about it.
Yeah, we had the synergy team finance and professions on Tuesday at the university. It was actually a really good meeting. We just concentrated on talking about AI and what we were each doing and planning to do. And I think we all came away with a few interesting ideas that maybe we could explore further. So our synergy team meetings are always second Tuesday of each month, so I'll send the invite for next month's meeting near the time.
Thank you very much, Paul. On the subject of synergy team meetings, there's one started immediately after this meeting. Leanne.
Yes, the Property Synergy meeting straight after this meeting. You're all welcome. The subject is what clients don't see, and we want to discuss what's the one thing you use daily that most people outside your industry don't know about, to try and help us with our work to you. Yeah, welcome to come along.
Right. Will be there? Okay. Thank you very much, Leanne. Right. We move on to the 10-minute presentation.
It's of course no surprise I'd take the room. Today's speaker is Jonathan Foster from Lockfix. Nature of his business, locksmithing. So it says areas covered: Bishop Stortford, Epping, Harlow, Brentwood, and Billericay. And we have 4 of these humorous items from our list. So a frightening incident for John. I'm terrified of heights, and for some reason I thought it would be a good idea to go up the Eiffel Tower. I made it to the first stage, had a panic attack, and ran back down the stairs. I did the same in Mexico, at Chichen Itza Pyramid. Only that time I got stuck and had to go down on my bike. A prized possession of John's, I have a limited edition Spider-Man comic, which I keep in a plastic bag with something or other, prize comics.
Just other prize comics.
Fantastic. How John relaxes. I enjoy watching videos of goats doing goat things. A famous person that John's met. He went to a wedding of an ex-Premiership football player who used to play for Spurs, Norwich, and the mighty Watford. Anyone know who that was? No.
I was going to get it off for a prize for that.
I've got no idea. Ladies and gentlemen, let me give you
Morning, everybody. Good morning. I bought all my tools again that I had last time. This is literally my whole van here. Let me just stop a little. So every week I tell you different ways that I get into people's houses. I tell you about different kit that I use, but I've never actually shown you. So today I'm going to be demonstrating a lock snap, which it's not a technique I necessarily use to bypass a lock if somebody is locked out. I do use this all the time though if a door is jammed. So that would be if the mechanism is jammed or the hooks are stuck. So basically the snapping allows me to get access to the mechanical part inside the door. But what am I doing? So essentially this is your standard lock that you'd have. This one is called a Euro lock because it is that shape. It's a Euro cylinder. They do come in different shapes. There's an oval shaped one, and then this one here as well, which I don't know if many of you would have seen. But this one is by a company called Era. Pass it around. I think it's recent. It's called an Era Invincible. That's a 3-star, quite impressive lock. Fortunately, that one was a lockout, but I got in through their dog flat, so I didn't actually have to do anything with that. I literally climbed through their dog flat. So basically, what am I doing and why am I doing it?
What size dog was it?
Yes, it was a British Bulldog, but I managed to get my front in. My hips got stuck, but I managed to get the handle. I've got 100% success rate with break-ins, so I'm good. So basically, why am I snapping a lock? So on your lock here, you have a thing in the middle which is called the cam. Now it's that actually operates the mechanism inside the door. So if I can get access to this or remove this, that means I can then get in and unlock your door. Obviously what gets in the way is the bit where the key goes and the bit where the key goes. And then there's a number of pins, which on this one here you can actually see the number of pins are at the bottom. I think there's about 6 on that one. Might leave that back in a bit. So obviously there are different ways I can get through that. Thank you. But one of them is snapping a lock. Now the reason I brought in this is an example of what I do today is because it doesn't make too much mess and also it's quite relevant as we're sort of going into the longer nights. Now snapping a lock is actually very, very easy. It's very quiet, and if somebody knows what they're doing, they can be in your house in a matter of minutes. With this one here, I have got I made this last night. You've got the handle on here. Another thing to look for on your front door is your handle. Is it cheap? Is it falling off? Because if it's easy to fall off, then somebody can pull it off. If somebody was to remove the handle, what they've got access to now is a lot more of your lock, which means they've got a lot more to grab onto to try and snap it. I can do this with a kit that I've got, but you can also do this with a pair of pliers, a pair of mold bricks, and you have the same desired effect. But I think the customers prefer to actually come up with a bit of kit to actually do that. Now, if the lock is protruding too much, like I said in my 60 seconds, and I've been to some houses where it's got like 5 or 6 centimetres of the lock sticking out, that is extremely, that's ridiculous, because somebody can literally hit it with a hammer and that's going to come off. And if it's a cheap lock like this one here, it's going to drop off the back, and then you're going to have free access to that lock and the mechanism inside. So for a burglar, what they can do is they can peel back the handle if it's cheap. They've got access then to the lock, which they can then snap. So, anybody want to have a go at doing this? I was going to do it myself, but I thought that's boring, so I'll get somebody else to have a go. Any volunteers? Sorry. Podcast. Can I get somebody timing podcast breaking into your house?
These are the time raffles suggest.
I think podcast is on. Right then, Paul. So you're a burglar. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. And you want to get into Stuart's house. Okay, so Stuart's got
inside timing.
Stuart's got a block that's protruding too much. You saw his house earlier on in the day. You said, yeah, I want that one. And it's got a rubbish handle on which you can peel off. So what you're going to do, you're going to sneak up to the door with your lock snapper. Okay. You're going to peel off that handle. There we go. Right, and what you're going to do now is, if you see on the end there, you've got to show a bit on the end. And that bit, tighten it up. So nice and tight. And what you're going to do, 2 hands on it, and give it a good sharp push down. And that's it. Now, if you have a look, here we go. So this is what happens. Parts of the lock fall out and go everywhere. But what you've got on the inside here, which I can probably, well, I would be able to get out of my hands. You've literally cleared this whole space here, if you can see through there.
Yeah.
So that now means that once that little part in there is free, no access to the lock. So with a screwdriver, you can literally put the screwdriver in, and then there's a little catch to swap there somewhere, which I can't see at the minute.
Isn't that from the inside now?
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah. But yeah, you get the idea. But so there's a little latch literally at the top there that you can switch, and then that will then lock and unlock the door.
And you
Yours.
22 seconds.
How long?
22 seconds.
There we go. 22 seconds. Paul is in your house.
Speed up a bit.
It's very good.
Speed up a bit, you're going to get busted.
Well, just give you a little pack of sweets to say well done.
There you go.
So as you can see, that made hardly any noise, and it's very, very quick. Now, like I say, it's not a technique that I use to get people out of houses, but it is something that I have done once, and that was purely because it was a last resort. I've tried everything else. My tools were breaking, my drill bits were breaking, and I literally just asked them if I could just remove the handle. It didn't take that long even doing that with myself, and I was trying to be careful not to damage the door. Obviously the handle I had to damage and replace, but and that is that one. Does anybody else want to have a little go?
I think I need to leave.
Oh yes.
Well, I mean, you can't.
Anyway. So that is lock snapping. It is quiet, it's clean, and it doesn't make too much mess. But what I do have here is an array of other things that I've used. So what I'm going to do now is Jane is going to help me. I'm just going to go through and I'm going to see how many of you can guess what they are, what I do with them, and you get a bank of sweets if you can guess correctly. So I'll start at this end here. What's the name of this one? Anybody?
Euro.
Yes, there we go. That's for.
What was that? Scott?
That was Scott.
Come in.
Because you put one in my front door.
Oh.
Anybody know what this is called?
Yes.
Harry. What did you say, Gale?
Yeah.
That's kind of these referred to as chop locks. Gale locks are normally.
Was that a sweetie? Not a sweetie.
You can, if you know. So this is what they normally call like the Yale lock. But it's actually called.
Was that Yale? Ring lock.
No.
No.
No. Go on.
Mortis?
Like that. There we go.
Who was that?
Mr. Hammonds.
Hang on, the girls are doing some well.
So these are locks that you would have on a UPVC door. Can anybody guess how many different variants there are of these?
Oh.
Look at this.
100.
A bit more than 100?
110.
More?
120.
More?
140.
It's not about 170.
That's the one.
Yeah, 173, what I changed. There are 173 different variants of this, which means that when I'm trying to identify what is broken and what I need to replace, it takes quite a while. Fortunately, I have technology to help me with that, so I can pop it into an app. But I do have a massive booklet in my van with all the different types of this, types of windows. Now, if anybody gets this one, they get two.
I'm ready.
Okay, so this is an amazing bit of kit. I've only used it a few times. It is used for bypassing locks and for getting people in, and I do use it with the Euro. So I've got a screw there. Any guesses?
Some sort of Brexit.
So it does ratchet. Basically, what this is called is
Nurse ratchet.
form.
The peas.
Right, kind of. So this is basically called a plug puller. So on a cheaper one of these, not this one, which is actually a one star, on the cheaper versions of this, what I can do is I can drill this screw into where the key goes, and then basically using this and a ratchet, I can basically pull the plug out, and then you get access with a flathead screwdriver to the locking mechanism again. That's a really good bit of kit if the lock is old. I have tried it on a slightly newer, nicer lock, and it just snapped, and then that caused me a real nightmare. And I showed this one actually a couple of weeks ago, if you can remember. It looks like a gun.
Does.
Oh, what was that? Lockpick. Lockpick gun. Another one from Mr. Hammers. Jesus. He's cleaning up over there. Sarah should know this one.
Sarah.
What do I use this for? This isn't for getting past people's
I know
blocks.
this one.
Oh, what's it for, Sarah? Tell
Put that
everyone.
on the door. It's a jig or something, isn't it?
That's
to make
right.
the drill, the hole that is drilling the right size for my bathroom door lock.
Exactly that.
That's worth two.
So I did it myself.
So this is used for installing mortise locks in doors, internal doors, external doors, wooden doors. It basically allows me to line up. Sorry? It's on 10 minutes already. Okay, this basically allows me to line up so I can get the right depth and the right height for your mortise lock, so it's a nice professional finish. I didn't get onto the last bit, so I've run out of time. But this box opener, which I used on your house yesterday, thank you very much. And door spreader kit there, which I did actually use if I couldn't get into the letterbox box.
John, well done.
Yes.
Thank you very much, John. Right, this should be interesting. If you could do the running or dodging or hopping or whatever it's called.
Yes.
And we'll start the referrals and testimonials round with Paul.
Yeah. Well done, Paul, for the next slot. Very good. And John, thank you for that. Lots of key points. Key points. Got to pick out there, so. Thank my Terry, ex-member and ex-visitor meeting, and sorry chaps, I've got to go now. See you.
Bye, Paul.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Paul. You're right there. Getting your checking your direction of business is very, very important. You do that at least. We set to do it every quarter. I think that's a good time. Excellent. Very good. I mean, your last one was brilliant. I think it was up to this time.
Thank you very much.
Very, very good. I've got Nick messaged me just before he left because I'm giving him a referral in 5 years, then I gave him 2 about 3 weeks ago. But he's thanking me for giving these 2 referrals. And any interest in Rugby Cup sponsorship? Come see me often. Thank you.
Tell us how you like the meeting as your person.
Yeah, sure. I was about to say, to us to bring in. But so far it's been really good hearing about everyone's businesses and obviously encountering you already. and some of your services I think, and also we had our accounts obviously summarised the last 2 quarters and seeing how EDF has contributed to some finance has been really great. So thank you for that.
Yeah, great to meet everyone. That was a very informative Ed slot call, so thanks for that. Really interesting for 10 minutes. Yeah, fascinating to see how many tools are needed to sort of break a steel handling. And I've just got a referral here for Clara, that's for insurance that's ongoing. And yeah, hopefully see everyone next week.
Excellent 10 minutes. Really interesting. I think most of the doors in my house would probably open with a strong couple of reasons. I tend to do that. So definitely need to get you round. Great edge start as well. Thanks, Cole. I haven't got any referrals this week, but great meeting. I look forward to seeing you next week.
Thank you for giving us that poll. It's a great reminder. I also think sometimes it's good to keep checking in, because when you start going in a different direction, actually that proves to be a better direction and you find an equally beautiful view. But if you don't check in, you never know that. Great 10 minutes, good fun, as always. Done a lovely job on my bathroom. Just the other ones that come back and finish for a minute, if you don't mind. Lovely to meet everybody, lovely to see you here. Thank you for coming. I have got a referral for Ben, who is not here, and a one-to-one with Sally yesterday, which has been lovely. Have a lovely week, everybody. See you next week.
Thanks for your slot, Paul. John, I'm really impressed you got a cold hand in there. That's really good. And I've just got one for Stuart. Thank you, Stuart, for actually passing it. Okay, well, thank you. Cheers.
All right, mate, that was very entertaining. Sorry, keep getting on to explain that. We've got Paul, put it in the slot. Thank you very much. And this is for Terry, who just gave me some advice on chestnut payment.
Great 10 minutes. That was surprisingly easy to break.
Yeah, I know.
Took over in, of course. It's mind-boggling and quite scary. I've got a referral here for Blake. We'll give a chance to fit these messages. Sorry, it's a deep mistake. Thank you very much. Great meeting.
Cheers. Yeah, great 10 minutes. Great at Paul. Thank you for Oscar. Pictures inbound all week. Great meeting. Oh, no, sorry. Sorry. One-to-one with Terry, one-to-one with Aidan, and one-to-one with Scott.
Really great 10 minute program.
Thank you.
Brilliant to see, you know, a trained person with actual physical stuff come and demo it. We've worked together loads already. I know some great bits of work. Thank you for the slots. We've done many mountain walks together, and following your metaphor, sometimes walking the straight line is boring. If you deviate a bit this way, a bit that way, the journey is something more fun as I work. But it is good to keep checking in with others. Thank you for that. Yeah, one-to-one was great. It was really, really fascinating chat.
Yep, good one-to-one with Blake. That was very useful. The team meeting was great. I worked very hard that. Yeah, and I will see you all not next week.
We have.
Oh, great, it's like Paul as always work. And welcome to second. Nice to meet you. And practicing this, honestly, it's so good. I was sat there for like 10 minutes.
You need
Is that the one you thought about, the scrapman tool? Yeah, it was. Thanks all.
Excellent meeting, great effort, Paul. Very, very professional, very true to everything. Fantastic 10 minutes, John. Footballer, Tim Sherwood?
No.
Sebastian Bessel?
Yes.
Well done, Tim. With one or the other. Yeah, really good. A little fact about Mr. Chubb, the Chubb factory. He went out one day to buy chairs for his wife and came back with Stonehenge.
How do you feel like the living?
So yeah, they call it as an anniversary present to his wife. Wow, there you go. So six in lots. A referral to Sally for a candle. So for my wife. A referral to Darren, market research I'm going to put you in touch with. B2B, yes, synergy meeting. And I've waited several months for this. Thank you for the money for Corey and Tappy. Thank you to Terry as well for the Barchester. Do you do land disputes? Not landlord, land disputes. Yeah.
So anyone for anything?
It's lovely to be back and see with your smiling, happy faces. The early autumn sunshine, and we've got lots, we've got sausage sandwiches, we've got the world. It's been a beautiful meeting with beautiful people, and I wish you all a wonderful weekend.
Great for Slockball. We had an engineer once before the days of sat nav. He went the wrong way up the motorway because it was cloudy and he couldn't see which way the sun was.
Oh my God.
So always check. Within 10 minutes. Always interests me. Security does, as you know. Unfortunately, houses work differently to what we do because you'll do perimeter security. Perimeter for us is just slowing people down till you get inside and you slow them down as they go further in. Fantastic to see. I got a paid the money for kids to keep giving for taking me to school for night.
You go down Hall, that's very true, especially on keen cycling, because you know if you go off in the wrong direction, you bike the fuck because you've got to come back. Almost certainly you've gone in the wrong direction downhill. So yeah, very true, and works good as well. Well done, Doc, very interesting, it's nice. You've got the Scots here, well you've got tradesmen. Now show what you do. It's really social knowledge, it's very interesting. Yeah, good to see the meeting report and a great one-to-one with Blake on AI. And probably we had one-to-one with Blake on AI, then we went to the Synergy meeting, which turned out to be on AI. This worked very well, didn't it? So thanks, Blake. That's really good.
Just confused with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, great meeting, great stuff. I'm doomed because I've got no sense of direction, so I don't know where I'm going. Great 10 minutes. Thank you, really interesting. I actually do find it interesting. So, yeah, thank you. Welcome, Taffy. Great to see you. I had a one-to-one with Sally the other week, and also a window at Candle the other week, and a one-to-one with Sarah. But don't remember that.
Oh, okay.
That's fine. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so rookie goes. Thank you for the ed slot. That was really good. I love that. I knew that was north because that's the way I came to get here, heading south. Great 10-minute slot. Love that. Used to be an insurance broker. I know I've got the room a lot wrong, but love the whole physical security, passive security. So I'm really interested in more of that, even though I make canvas for everything now. I have actually put two referrals for you after your 60 seconds because the wife of the guy who has the recording studio, she is a puppeteer. She's been in all blockbuster movies and she works with a lot of the major studios, so she is definitely worth in touch with. I have thank you for the money for Clara, thank you for the money for Toby, and thank you for the money for Leanne. Masterclass and
Clara.
candles.
Oh, and welcome to
great 10 minutes. Came and helped sort out the locks at my house. So, it's really interesting to see how it all works and understand better why I needed to replace my lock. Really great sort of way of thinking it through from a sort of physical kind of seeing space versus thinking about it from your business. So great ed slot. I have a thank you for the money to Josh, and I have a referral to Dave Roberts, who he's already been in touch with them. They needed something fairly urgently and responded really quickly, so that's really helpful. Thank you so much. Both Sharon and I are away next week, so it's a very rare event that neither of us will be able to make it. Yeah, my brother is turning 40 soon, so we are going away for a weekend, so that should be really nice. So I think it's Shannon's probably going to be here the following week. So I won't see you for a couple of weeks. But yeah, thank you very much. And if you need anything, obviously here as normal. Thanks very much. Thank you.
So, Paul, I love that. I have no idea about directions. If you'd asked me where North was, I'd have done that. Very attractive. And somehow Roger always knows what direction he is. I mean, there's a compass built in there. Fantastic. John, you're like a door doctor. All the right kit, and it's absolutely fascinating. Again, I have no clue, but I'm glad I know someone who does. Very good. Thank you so much. Sally, this was a one-to-one that we had before you had to have your hand done. Best regards. And Scott, it's a referral for my friends whose website isn't doing very much for them. They'd like to give it a kick up the behind. And this is to tear into lots of pieces because it's a form to say thank you for the money for coming along on the Sunday sandwich bar EBF extravaganza. Thank you guys and to the Hammonds for bringing all their gear and blowing up the garden. That's wonderful. I think that's long. And lovely to see you.
Great Ed Slop. Really enjoyed that one. I would have said Malta's that way only because you complained at the lack of.
I thought it was a police officer. That's why I picked Paul. I thought it was so prepared. Two for an accountant. A police officer.
Great 10 minutes, John. Thank you. Door doctor, I like that. Like, yeah, I might steal that one. Yeah, I like that. I have got, welcome Taffy. Nice to help you out yesterday. Okay. I've got a referral for Dave. That lady has got electric stripping, a place she rents, so she just needs a bit of help with that. Okay. And Clara, let's see, actually, just some laundry advice for myself. Great.
Don't sit down, John.
Oh,
yeah. Choose a civilian. Give on to him. Okay. Who is it from?
It is from Plumborough.
Right. Thank you, John. Thank you very much indeed for your 10 minutes for showing us everything. We're doing the running very, very, very well. I'm very impressed with the way you hopped around. That's brilliant. Could I ask you when we finish the meeting, if somebody or other could give John a hand just to get this away and out of the way because they'll be wanting to put everything back. Right, we've come to the end of the meeting. At the end of the meeting, I always open it to the floor for any announcements that you want to make. No exception today. Anybody? Okay.
Hi guys, just to say next week is the B2C synergy meeting. This is where you stay after if you're able to, and we have a round the table discussion. It's actually out there on a topic that might affect our businesses, and it's setting boundaries to prevent burnout, which is an important thing. Thank you.
And if you don't burn out before next week,
Yes. Be here or be square.
be in this seat.
Oh, me?
Yes.
Right. It'll be the Jane show next week.
Sorry, I should have mentioned it after the organisation.
Yeah, 9th of October is quiz night. I've already spoken about it. Basically, we've got a team of 8. And we can now grab a 2 of 6 or 2 of 8. We've got 2 people at transfer. So if we get 2 more people, then we can have 2 10s of 6. John,
yeah.
On the 9th, yeah?
Yeah.
No. Up to 2 Johns. We can get 1 more.
Yes. Anybody else? Scott?
Oh, sorry.
No. 20th of September, Friday evening, poker night at mine for whoever. There are about 2 seats left at the table. If anyone fancies coming along, experience is not necessary. In fact, the least experience you have, the better. It will be an inexpensive, fun evening of a bit of poker and yeah. And then this Saturday, yes.
Okay, is that the lot? Right, well, I will send you on your way out into what at least is the sunshine at the moment. I will not be here next week, but I will be thinking of you all, as I in my back around the fells. As to Paul and direction, the only thing is when you're up on the fells, try never to lose light, even if you're going in the wrong direction. And I will think of you all and see you the following week. Everybody, let's get back here next week.